Hello everybody and welcome to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway here for the third race of our 2005 NR2003 season for the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400, and it is an all Busch family front row. The older brother Kurt Busch on the pole in the inside lane, and his younger brother Kyle Busch, the rookie, on the outside lane. Johnson and Gordon, the Hendrick teammates, behind him as we are green and underway in Sin City. Who is going to get the win? Is it going to be one of the Busch brothers getting the win today here in Las Vegas, or will it be Jimmy Johnson going back to back, or can Jeff Gordon get back to victory lane for the first time since New Hampshire of last season, which was his only win? At the front, Kurt Busch now clear for the lead, but here comes the 48 of Jimmy Johnson for second, trying to go with that race lead. Now the 48, of course, won at California after the misfortunes of Greg Biffle late in that race. He took over, dominated the final 50 laps, got the win, but behind him, here's the rookie, his teammate of Kyle Busch. Kyle and Kurt, their home racetrack. Kurt Busch leads the opening lap of racing here in Las Vegas. Can the Busch brothers get it done at their home racetrack here in Las Vegas, Nevada? Kyle, the rookie. Kurt, of course, in his fifth full-time season of Cup Series competition, and has won a race in each of the last three seasons, 02, 03, and 04. And now Johnson's trying to get by Kyle Busch. How about Casey Mears, defending winner of this race, running inside the top 10, doing a good job to start today. Turn his way forward, still at the front. It's the 97 of Kurt Busch for Roush Racing. The hometown hero leading over his younger brother Kyle Busch and the 48 Jimmy Johnson. Now here we are on lap 75, 2 to go in stage 1. Jimmy Johnson leads, Kyle Busch second, trying to get by the lap car of Dale Earnhardt Jr. has gone already multiple laps down. He won this race in the playoffs last season, having a terrible run so far. A really rough start to the year for your defending champion in Earnhardt Jr. But Johnson lead, Kyle Busch back in second, trying to chase him back down and get his first career stage win with that 48. Jimmy Johnson just so fast, week in and week out. He was so quick in the Daytona 500, was leaving a lot of laps at opening stage before he crashed out. Of course, he went out there, won last week at California after being in the top 2 all race long. So Jimmy Johnson wins stage 1 here at Las Vegas. Kyle Busch is second, and Kurt Busch was third, Biffle fourth. So here's Kurt Busch in third. Greg Biffle comes home fourth in stage 1. Fifth will be the 17 of Matt Kenseth. Right there, he crosses the line. Jeff Gordon will come across in 6th. Casey Mears 7th. Casey Kane 8th. The two guys for the show last year. Then Newman 9th. And the last spot, the last stage point goes to Kevin Harvick, your 2003 champion, the 29. But Jimmy Johnson wins stage 1 over his rookie teammate of Kyle Busch here in Las Vegas. So here we are. We move on here to the restart here on lap 80. It's Kyle, the Busch brothers in the front row once again with Kane and Kenseth behind them. Kurt Busch on the outside lane had a much better jump on the restart, and Kurt Busch gets ahead. Kyle Busch second, trying to chase him back down. As is once again a Busch brother battle for the win here and for the lead in Las Vegas. Kurt right now so far the advantage, but over the long run, Kyle's car is clearly better, as we saw there at the end of stage 1. But so is Jimmy Johnson's. Jimmy right now currently buried back in the middle of traffic, trying to work his way back forwards. Kurt Busch leads. How about Casey Kane driving the second? He was second in this race to Casey Mears last season. Had a very fast race car, trying to get redemption here in Vegas after, of course, he made all the way to the round of 8 last season. Almost made that championship race. Was in the mix for the trouble in the back around. Goes to the 89 of Shepard. Hard into the wall goes Elliott Sadler. A head-on hit as Sadler and Shepard go crashing hard to the outside wall. The bumper of Jimmy Johnson. Look at that hard head-on impact for Elliott Sadler, who won 4 races last season and has had a horrendous start to 2005 here for Robert Yates Racing. Morgan Shepard also head on the outside wall. Jeff Gordon collects damage in it. He had a really fast car. So the Hendrick cars, Gordon, Johnson backtrack to Ritter back. Johnson just clips Morgan Shepard, clips Sadler, and Sadler goes head on the outside wall. Hard hit. Then Jeff Gordon slams Morgan Shepard, and then he also packs it outside wall pretty hard, but a huge crash is going to take out Elliott Sadler and Morgan Shepard here in Las Vegas. I mean, a hard hit there for Sadler. Head on as well, and Jeff Gordon collects damage. Jimmy Johnson also a little bit of damage, but we'll see how much that affects his speed down the race course, as he was basically one of the fastest cars on the racetrack before this incident. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, it is going to be Kurt Busch holding off Casey Kane's late charge for the lead, as Kurt Busch leads back to the line after a hard crash takes out Sadler and Shepard here in Las Vegas. Now back underway here on lap 87. Kurt Busch still leading. Kyle Busch, Casey Kane duking it out for second. Everyone trying to jockey for a position behind them. Newman's there in 4th. Kenseth is 5th. Kyle Busch trying to get around his older brother Kurt. Now here comes Kyle to the inside. Kyle Busch making a move for the lead here at Las Vegas, trying to take it away from his brother. That long run speed, that Hendrick Chevrolet is just too powerful. Kurt Busch, huge check out middle of the corner, and Kyle Busch just goes flying by like a rocket, and Kyle Busch leads the way here in Las Vegas, working our way through stage number 2. And now we move on here to come in the last lap of stage 2. Jimmie Johnson has climbed his way all the way back up to the lead, looking to sweep the stages here in Las Vegas. Jimmie Johnson, with the fastest car on the track here in Vegas, has 5 seconds back to the Busch brothers right now. Has got this stage win almost in the bag. That 48 car is unbelievable these last 2 races. Was so good at California, got the win. And now trying to go do it once again here in Las Vegas. About to sweep the stages. That's 2 more playoff points to his cause and 20 stage points, as Jimmie Johnson is on fire to start this 2005 season. Trying to go right back to that championship for us. Jimmie Johnson wins stage 2 and sweeps the stages here in Las Vegas. Second will be Kyle Busch, and his brother Kurt follows in third. Biffle fourth. 5th place is going to go here. After this long pack of cars, it's going to be the 17 of Matt Kenseth, having a very solid run. Still on that long winning streak, has not won since 2002. And so Kenseth there, and then it is going to be Kasey Kahne in 6th, Ryan Newman 7th, Casey Mears going to come across in 8th. Jeff Gordon hangs on the lead lap for 9th, and Tony Stewart going in the last stage point on pit road right there. But there you go, Jimmie Johnson wins stage 2, sweeps the stages here in Las Vegas. And now we get back underway. The whole outside lane catching up. They get a huge jump on the restart, but Stewart, Harvick, and Mayfield are lap cars. Johnson still in the lead here with 97 laps to go. But here comes Greg Biffle in that outside lane, trying to take the lead away from Jimmie. And not quite going to be able to do it, as Johnson holds the lead on the restart here in Las Vegas, trying to pull away and secure a dominant victory over guys like Greg Biffle and the Busch brothers, who have been so strong all race long. Jimmie's just got to keep doing what he's been doing. Stay at the front of the field. He's looking good. A very low entry to the corner right there for Jimmie Johnson, right on that apron. And he's slowing down. Jimmie Johnson's coming down pit road. Oh my goodness. What is Jimmie Johnson doing? He has just thrown away possibly the win here in the final stage at Las Vegas. Now we're 4 wide, mid-pack in trouble. Around goes Hermie Sadler to the wall. And he collects Carl Edwards. And the caution will come out here in Vegas as 4 wide. Jeff Gordon, the meat in the sandwich, turns Hermie Sadler head on the outside wall. He takes out both Sadler brothers today. And Carl Edwards involved as well. So one brother pair doing well, the Bushes, one doing not so well, the Sadlers, as they are both going to be taken out of this race. Back at the front of the field, it is now, speaking of the brother pairs, Kyle Busch leading here in Las Vegas in a prime position to get his first career Cup Series win. And now, when we get back underway here, it's going to be a restart here with about 40 laps to go, maybe a little, maybe 42 to go, about 41 to go. The Busch brothers on the front row, leading the field behind us. There's some problems. There's smoke behind us. Oh my goodness, Mike Wallace and Kyle Petty have crashed on the restart. What has happened here? A huge wreck before we even get to the start-finish line. Going to take out Mike Wallace for sure and damage Kyle Petty. As it looks like Michael Waltrip and Mike Wallace, 2 Mikes is phased together, and then Mike Wallace is turned head on the outside wall, and boom, nowhere for Kyle Petty to go. T-bones him, and probably puts an end to Kyle Petty's day as well. He was your runner-up in the Daytona 500. Now he's destroyed, so Kyle Busch leads at this very weird restart here in Las Vegas. Now we get back and ready for a restart here with just 35 laps to go in this race. Kyle and Kurt Busch, the Busch brothers on the front row. Newman, Biffle, Mears, Gordon, Kenseth, and Kasey Kahne, the 8 cars on the lead lap. Jimmie Johnson, Tony Stewart, the first 2 cars, a lap down to 9th and 10th because of Jimmy's bad strategy. But Kyle Busch in the lead, now in a perfect spot to get his first career win here in the NASCAR Next Level Cup Series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And his rookie season will be an incredible start to what is sure going to be a very, very successful career from what we can see from here. Kyle Busch just so good here in his rookie season. He's been making all the moves he's needed to make the win, especially with the Jimmie Johnson pitting. Everything has fallen his way, so Kyle Busch leads. But now we have a caution came out, and caused after a restart here with just 6 laps to go in Las Vegas. It's going to be 6-lap shootout for the win. Now we're going to have a good old Busch brothers battle for the win here in Las Vegas. 6 to go. We're back underway in Las Vegas. Who is going to win it? Which of the Busch brothers will it be? Or will Ryan Newman or Greg Biffle try to sneak in and steal it? Or even Casey Mears back there? The defending winner of this race is still in the top 10 in contention. But Kurt Busch will clear his younger brother Kyle for the race lead. Look at the run. Kyle's getting on the outside lane down the backstretch. Can't quite clear him yet. And they continue to be side by side. Kurt on the inside. Kyle on the outside. Who is it going to be? Victor Newman got very loose in the middle. Jimmie Johnson, by the way, back on the lead lap. Now working his way by Kasey Kahne and others trying to get that track position. That lap goes to Kurt Busch by a nose. Now just 5 laps to go at Las Vegas. Who is going to bring it home? Kurt or Kyle Busch? How about Greg Biffle in third? Looking for redemption from California. Last episode was so heartbreakingly close to victory when he got crashed out with his teammate Kurt Busch, who's leading this race. Now they're both 1-2 trying to get redemption for car owner Jack Roush. So Kurt Busch now clear for the race lead here, coming to just 4 to go. Comfortable gap over his teammate Greg Biffle and his brother Kyle Busch. How about Jeff Gordon into 4th? 4 laps to go here in Vegas. Kurt Busch the lead. How about Greg Biffle now into 2nd, trying to take the lead away from his teammate Kurt Busch. Kyle Busch trying to stay in it there in 3rd, crosses over Biffle to the inside. Kyle Busch not giving up, trying to get right back in the mix. Jeff Gordon's waiting in the wings in 4th in case it gets real crazy up here. But Kurt Busch leading Greg Biffle, coming to 3 laps to go this time. Kurt Busch has not won since Texas early of last season. Barely pointed his way to the playoffs by 1 point over Dale Jarrett. Now here comes Greg Biffle, who's a first-round exit after winning twice last season. He's going for the race lead, trying to get redemption for California. Biffle to the point. Here in Vegas, he takes the lead away from Kurt Busch with just 3 laps to go. Greg Biffle clears the 97. Can he bring home the victory? Biffle now in the controlling position of this race, trying to steal the win from the Busch brothers, who have been 2 of the best 3 all day long. Kurt there in 2nd, trying to get to the inside. Kyle lurking in 3rd. Here comes Kurt Busch to the inside of his teammate Greg Biffle. Side by side, 2 laps to go. Here in Las Vegas, who is going to win it? Kurt Busch on the inside of Greg Biffle. His brother Kyle trying to come through behind him. Kurt Busch clear for the race lead. He gets by Biffle. Now Kyle Busch going by as well for 2nd. It's going to be a battle down the backstretch, exactly what Kurt Busch wants to see. Kyle Busch and Greg Biffle slowing each other down side by side racing as Kurt drives it off into 3-4. Coming to the white flag this time. His brother Kyle goes into 2nd, and look at the run Kyle has. Here comes Kyle Busch trying to take the win away from his brother. White flag in the air. Final laps on Kettle Bank at Las Vegas. It is Kurt versus Kyle Busch. It is the Busch family rivalry at their home track for the win, and Kyle Busch to the lead here at Las Vegas on the last lap league for his first career win. If Kurt Busch can hold on to 2nd, it's going to be a Busch Brothers 1-2 finish at their home track and their first attempt as Kyle Busch goes through turn 3 and turn 4 here in Las Vegas for the final time with a last lap pass on his brother Kurt. Kyle Busch is going to get his first career win at Las Vegas in a Busch Brother 1-2. Kurt 2nd. Biffle 3rd, Jeff Gordon 4th, Kenseth comes home 5th, Jimmy Johnson rebounding to his 6th place finish, Casey Mears 7th, Newman 8th, Casey K 9th, and Tony Stewart rounds out the top 10 as Kyle Busch, career win number 1, and a 1-2 Busch Brother finish here in Las Vegas. What an incredible finish right there. Last lap pass for the win. He gets it done. See the final race results there on the left side of your screen. Pause whenever you'd like to check out the full list, and we'll see the updated playoff grid momentarily. And here to the playoff grid, of course, Kyle Busch with that first career win. He's in the playoffs for the first time in his career, joining his teammate Jimmy Johnson and another first-time winner in Travis Quaffle, who won the Daytona 500. And then, of course, you got Jamie McMurray, Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, Bobby Hamilton Jr. A really strong start to the year for him. Jeff Burton, Mike Bliss in the top 10 in points with Greg Biffle. Then Ryan Newman, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch, Kyle Petty, Rusty Wallace, the current 16 drivers in at the playoffs for 3 races. Can't take much from here. It's still going to change, like I said, before we really get to the quarter point of the season. You see, that's the playoff grid for now. And so until the next episode, we'll be racing from Phoenix Raceway, I believe. I hope you all have a good one.